great turnout and some really great questions asked. People have stuck around. I think they're really thinking about it, which is all you want.
Yeah, it was.
Back afterwards.
It was great. Lots of really nuanced questions. Lots of grilling. Yeah. It was a really good festival. Really good screening.
As filmmakers, that must be, I guess, a rare opportunity to have that instant feedback and discussion.
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's really a privilege to watch the film with a big audience like that. I learned so much about the film, and it's great. Yeah.
So you've screened this film elsewhere, including in Africa, and I thought you had some interesting comments when this question came up of how audiences react in different locales.
Yeah, I don't know if I can generalize, but certainly in Toronto it was a much quieter kind of deep impact. There's a lot of bass on that note. In Uganda, there was a lot of kind of immediate, kind of fiery debate, and perhaps that comes from the fact that there were two sides of this story. One being sort of white European types, and the other being East Africans.
Elaborate on that a little bit, because I thought you enunciated it quite well. That
I can't remember what I said.
It was. You talked about a debate. It was decisive, and some were welcoming of it, and others thought.
Yes, there were people who were moved by it and welcomed it, and others felt that there was perhaps appropriating a story that wasn't ours to take for dramatic impact, and others who felt that the story was effective and that it was because the problem of genocide is a universal problem. It belongs to no one in particular, and therefore everyone can talk about it in a sensitive way, and it furthers the discussion. And that's a good thing. And others raised a really good point, was that we have privilege, and we have the privilege that many Africans don't have to bring stories around the world, and they can tell their own stories. Thank you very much. And I loved it. I think that's one of the great things that this film can do, is engender that kind of debate.
Tara, maybe speak to us about how a play that's well received in North America ends up in Rwanda, and how it then moves from the stage to a film.
Well, a Rwandan artist who was friends with the artistic director of the theatre company that produced Goodness, Volcano Theatre, she saw the play in Canada when she was touring here as part of a conference, and she said to Ross Manson, the artistic director, "This must come to Rwanda," and she set about making that happen. Quite a creative maverick, and she invited the play to Rwanda, and she felt that it was something Rwandans needed to experience. And then for us making the documentary, we were lucky that the cast and the crew of the play let us in. There was one, and we were lucky to have John Westhauser shooting it with us, and co-directing with Gord, helping on the road because Gord, of course, is in the documentary as well. So he had this ability to disappear. So there was one day I saw Gord was having a passionate discussion with someone, and John Westhauser is right here beside him, and Gord looks up and he says, "Where's John? We have to get this." And John was right there. So we were lucky to have our crew embedded with this troupe and touring as part of the troupe. So it was a very organic experience of we just had two more people in the theatre group, and they happened to be a cameraman and a sound recordist. So thank you so much for having us at the festival. It's a great festival.